people say like, oh, if I could do it, you could do it. But when you ask them, okay, how you get started? Oh, well, I was making 6 figures at Apple. Hold on, no,
Right.
you know, or my father gave me $100,000 loan. Like,
Right.
no, let's people who literally is where I'm at and where I was at. Obviously, I was 23 years old. I had
Right.
2 kids under 5. And I was working at Red Lobster making $20,000 a year. I got my real estate license after I bought my first home, and I was probably making $7,000 a year, you know, because with real estate, it's referral based.
Right.
So the first 2 or 3 years, you have to build up your clientele. So I wasn't really making a lot. But now a kid at McDonald's makes $20,000 a year.
Right.
So it's definitely possible, but you have to be disciplined. And then another thing about me is that even now, where I'm at now, with 30 properties, over $2 million portfolio, over $1 million in equity, because I don't refinance a lot. I still own a lot of my properties free and clear. I still, you know, I still don't live that way. So I still don't have a Lamborghini, right? So
Right.
what happens is most people get 1 or 2 properties and you're ready to quit your job and screw and F the world or whatever,
Right.
you know, just go out on your own. And it takes humbleness. Like,
Right.
imagine, like, I tell this one story. When I first got my first cash outs, I cashed out 4 properties. The first time I've ever. I got a check for $120-something thousand. And I still went to work and deposited that check at work to go make $20 an hour as a teller. I was the lowest of the totem pole. And
Right.
but when I went there, I was everything. Everybody remembered me. I did my job. I never asked questions. I never talked back. And I was making more than my boss's boss's boss. So, you know what I'm saying? The market leader, I was making more than them in real estate, but I still would go. But when I went, it wasn't an arrogant sense about me, right? My goal was to just lay under the radar. But then once I hit, you know, multi-million, then I'm going to crack y'all heads for
Right,
real. But the
right.
thing about me is I ain't going to crack your heads and go. I'm going to crack your heads and every year keep cracking your heads.
Right.
So I ain't at that point yet. And,
Right.
and like I said, listen to me, because a lot of you all may have $100,000 and be ready to quit. I got over $1 million in equity, $2 million portfolio, and I'm still not. I still don't have a Range Rover. I don't even have the newest iPhone, right?
Right.
It's about sacrifice. So we think that as a community, I would say we feel like those things presents wealth.
Yeah.
Right.
The crazy thing about it is, if you start a business, you get financial educated and free. Now, I literally have a $5,000 order at Apple. I'm about to get 2 13s, a MacBook for my kids, and
Right.
it's all a tax write-off.
Right.
So I'm not going to pay that $5,000 bill. Is going on a credit card. The receipt is going to my CPA, and I will pay. It's actually going to save me taxes.
Right.
Right? So there's a way to live that lifestyle, but don't do it when you get your first house making $200 cash flow, right?
Right.
And now you think you're about to do this. No, so you definitely can live that lifestyle, but please spend 2 years living below your mean. Don't get the new iPhone for these 2 years. Don't get the newest lace front. You know, just for 2 years, I promise you that 2 years of sacrifice will change the trajectory of your life, and you will be getting paid
Right.
to, like I said, I'm essentially buying all this stuff to save on taxes, right?
Right.
So I'm benefiting from having the latest iPhone.
Yeah, you're at a
Right.
point to where you have to spend money.
Yeah,
Right.
it's either do I pay Uncle Sam, which I don't mind paying. Well, first I thought I don't mind paying taxes. My tax return is what got me started,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
But then I realized, unfortunately, while I love my country, the government doesn't know exactly what to do with the money. So I'd rather create
Yeah.
more things, and I create safer housing or affordable housing. And then I
Right.
think the money is being better spent with me and my business.